to the words.
Okay, here we go. We are going to be covering the president's address live, and this is I've been. We're going to take it from the ABC news feed because it just it's the only thing that doesn't go to YouTube, so I'm sharing out a YouTube feed. But here we go. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be wild. The ABC is already. I think Martha Raddatz. What's her name? Yeah. I think she just said he'll be delivering these remarks in the same chamber that 4 years ago we watched Democracy.
ABC News live coverage begins right now.
Sweet baby Jesus. Yeah, that's why we don't care. We just go straight for when President Trump shows up, we are going to be covering that directly for you. Okay, so they're doing a little intro here on ABC News, and we'll get to that very shortly. But what is to be expected? Obviously, you don't give a State of the Union address right after you take office. So there's the year off that we have. President Trump was not wasting any time. He's been a breakneck pace for 6 weeks now, and he wants to share the wins, and he wants to share a vision, and he wants to gather some sort of unity behind that message. And then this is where we're gonna. This is where the rubber meets the road. Of course, ABC News already freaking out about Elon Musk and he being there tonight. So here is a look at the chambers, and thank you, ABC News, for the feed. And we will get the president rolling in here any moment now. Everybody has done everything they need to do, all the pomp with all the circumstance. And here's another B-roll of President Trump leaving the White House for the love of God. Oh, it's embarrassing.
The president
not him being embarrassed. Just okay. Just stay in the chamber. There you go. Stay with everybody there. Show the guests that are there. All of the backstabbing, money-grubbing, greedy politicians. And there they all are. Yeah, just waiting around, waiting for my payday. Oh, no, that's the guest. Okay, those are the guests. At least those guys.
Laying off thousands of government employees targeting.
But obviously, big noise being made for a presidential address where Elon Musk
is in the chamber tonight.
They claimed it was an
open live pictures of the chamber. Rachel Scott is also
Elon
there.
Musk, top advisor to the president of the United States, was in the presidential motorcade from the White House. And there, of course, is Kash Patel,
Elon Musk is
the
now
man
in
that
this chamber. He is still standing on his
going
feet
to hopefully
right here,
give us the Epstein
we
file.
have learned that he was in the presidential motorcade. He did enter this chamber to some applause. Some Republicans
Let's get to the
eager to get his attention on the House floor. One
Oh.
even holding up a sign.
Oh, I thought we were all ready to go.
"Doge,
That's someone's
the
going to start
government
hollering,
efficiency
ladies
rocks."
and gentlemen.
Clearly, some of the room here
Members of
disagree,
Congress.
and this is striking.
It's the
David,
girls of
because
all
many
ages.
of the attendees tonight,
The
some of the
ringmaster
guests
is here.
are
That's right,
fired
greatest
federal workers,
ringmaster
people
in
who have
history.
been
Quite frankly, I've
impacted by
never
the
seen a
Department
better
of Government
circus in my life.
efficiency and the efforts to shrink the size
But
of the
I
federal
appreciate you being here.
government.
Thanks for
As
hanging
the
out.
president says
We
tonight,
are
he's
going to
tell it like
cover
it
this
is, but
as best
really
as
make
we
no
can.
mistake
Look,
about it. This
there's
is
going to be a
President
lot of
Donald
pomp and
Trump's
circumstance.
Washington. He has
We'll
the
talk
majority
through
of the
that.
House, the Senate,
We will
conservative-leaning
also
Supreme
cover
Court.
what the
This is a
Democrats are
Republican
doing.
Party
There
that is made
are
almost
egg
entirely in his
cartons
image,
strewn
David.
out throughout the
Rachel
chamber.
Scott in the chamber
So they will be
for us,
holding up
First
egg
Lady
cartons
Melania
as a
Trump
symbol that
arriving,
egg
and we know
prices
that
have
Elon
not
Musk is
gone
in the
down. They've
First
actually
Lady's
gone
box.
up.
She has several guests
And
tonight,
we'll be covering that as well.
which we will
All
get
of
to
the
over the
Democrat
course of
women
this
are wearing
evening.
pink
President Trump
because
expected,
apparently
obviously,
there is a
to point out
silent
the
war
First
on
Lady
women
in the
through
chamber,
the
as well as the
administration.
reasons for her
Although
guests
every
being
single
there.
Democrat voted
Elon
against
Musk not far from the First Lady.
banning
Rachel
biological
Scott,
males from
talking about
competing
the balance
with
of power
girls
in
in
Washington. You saw
sports.
that
So
cutaway there just
let's
a
see if
moment
we can
ago.
get to the feed here. I believe
Speaker
we're
Johnson
going.
and Vice President
Oh,
JD
it's the
Vance,
First
Mary
Lady.
Bruce, Republican Speaker of the House.
You know, one of the
Obviously,
great
JD
things
Vance,
that
the
you
Vice
don't hear
President.
anything about in this
Donald Trump
administration.
has a
How
Republican
diverse
Party
the
right now that's
cabinet
in
is.
control of both the
It
House
truly
and the
is.
Senate.
I mean, look
and
at
you are going
the
to see that
second
full
lady,
Republican power on display
Vice President's
here
wife,
tonight.
first
It will
Indian
be quite
American
remarkable
to be the
see the
second lady.
president, unlike we did
Nope, don't hear anything
before
about
when
it.
during his first
Kash
term, to
Patel,
come in.
first of
Can't believe we
FBI
may be getting
director
close
of
to that
his
moment, David.
nationality
The House
or
started it off.
ethnicity, whatever the hell we are allowed to say these days. And there you go. So let's get to it right here. Here's
Mary,
Trump.
covered this every step of the way. His cabinet nominees,
Oh, this is
by and large, the vast majority of them
nonsense
getting nominated and accepted by the Senate.
Yeah.
And again, a sign of just how behind him this party is. Of course, the president there appointing many.
Martha, settle down. Yeah, we're not going to listen.
The Treasury Secretary.
By the way, Marco Rubio ran the table 99 to nothing. was his
despite,
vote.
I think, a lot of
That scares the
what
crap out
were
of me. When
initially
Democrats
seen
are
as
unified
controversial picks for
against
his
any
cabinet,
type
all
of
them
cabinet member, I'm a
ultimately
little
sailing
freaked
through
out.
because the party
I
is
like
in such
Marco. He's doing a
lockstep
bang up
behind
job.
him. And many of
But
these people, of course, in his
how the
cabinet
hell did he
are
get
those who have shown
99
themselves
votes? Yeah, that
to
just
be
doesn't
loyal
work. And
to
if
Donald
you're
Trump,
wondering,
willing
I
to
know
do
there are
anything
100
to
senators.
support
I do know
his
he
agenda,
was the
David.
100th.
Pete
he
Hegseth,
had to
RFK
abstain
Jr., the
from
Health
the vote.
and Human Services
Um,
Secretary, and Martha Raddatz.
But
Pete
anyway,
Hegseth
so I am
faced a battle there
actually
for a while. It looked
impressed
somewhat
that
questionable. So did
there's a
RFK Jr.'s
female chief of
nomination,
staff.
but
Don't hear anything
Republicans,
about it. First
by
female
and
chief of
large,
staff.
stood by
Don't hear
this
anything about it.
president with these thin
The
majorities.
more
and
you
got
don't
these
hear about, the
nominees across
happier
the
I
finish
get.
line.
Exactly,
Because
David.
that's not, we're not playing identity politics. We're playing save the country. That's the game we're playing right now.
And
We're playing take the country off the current course that it's on
not
with a
charged with the
quickness.
sexual assault, but
Like
there were
egg
reports,
prices, like
that he
killing
denied,
100 million
obviously, but
chickens,
he got
healthy
through just
chickens,
barely, and it
just
took
in
J.D.
case
Vance to get him through.
they get the
Of course,
avian
he's
flu.
a Fox News
It
personality.
absolutely, that's
major,
what we
in the
voted to go
military,
away from.
served in Iraq,
We were not, this
and
entire nation
used those
was
credentials
not a single issue
very fulsomely.
voter.
Kristi Noem,
The
Secretary
entire
of Homeland Security,
independent
Rachel
base
Scott was
and
embedded
Republican
with the team
base,
today with
conservative base
ICE
that
and,
voted for
the
Donald Trump
FBI as they
were a
raided,
multi-issue voter.
a local community in Virginia.
Oh, you voted for Trump, so you
continuing to
voted
make arrests
against
across the
something. No,
country,
that's not the case.
in
I didn't vote
implementing the
against
president's
anything.
plan on immigration.
Well, actually, what I did
And
is I
when you look
voted
at this
against
cabinet,
probably
John,
one of the worst
sweeping
candidates
nature
we've
of his
seen in
choices,
election history.
President Trump approached this second
I mean,
time
maybe
around
John
very
Kerry,
differently from the
Michael
first.
Dukakis.
This was about loyalty. This was
Terrible,
about getting the
terrible.
picks that he
Man,
wanted.
John
and he
McCain,
got them
terrible.
there.
David, this second Trump
Yeah, I said it.
presidency
Oh, it's so
is
unpopular
in
to
many
say.
ways
Oh, I know.
entirely
You can't say
different
anything.
from
He
the
was a
first.
terrible presidential
You know,
candidate.
first,
He was.
he comes into Washington.
Do you remember the whatever? It
with
wasn't the White House
something he can
Correspondents'
claim as a
Dinner. It
mandate.
was
he
the
won the popular vote. He obviously
boy.
didn't win the popular vote. The first
Whatever
time
dinner is a
around.
roast.
It was a more
and Trump just
decisive
crushed it this
electoral
year.
college victory.
But
He
during
was
the
new
08
to
elections, that
Washington,
was McCain actually
last
got
time.
up there and
He's
did a roast,
certainly
and
no
that was John
longer
McCain. That was the
new to
John McCain we
Washington.
knew.
And yes, this
But months
cabinet
leading up, the year
is
leading up to him when
stacked
he's
with
running for
people who
president,
are
he sucked.
personally loyal
He was a
to Donald
candidate.
Trump,
He was being
as
told
is his
what to
West
do.
Wing. He wasn't
It's
relying
absolutely
on
obnoxious.
outside advice on how to
So that's
pick.
what
He wasn't
that's what
picking
we
people
voted
that
against.
he
We
had
voted against a
only
terrible
recently
candidate. We
met.
voted against
These
Kamala
are
Harris, a do
people
nothing vice
who are
president.
not going to
Fell on her face in
take
every
action
interview.
to block
60 minutes
Bobby
had
Kennedy
to
Jr. I mean, Bobby Kennedy Jr.
doctor.
I've known for some 30 years.
They had to doctor
Bobby Kennedy
her
Jr.,
interview
of course,
to make it
from
look
one of
like
the
she
most
was answering the
famous
questions more
Democratic
intelligent.
families in American history.
That's
Bobby
a
Kennedy
big deal.
Jr. endorsed
that's a
Donald
really,
Trump
really big deal.
and was rewarded
So anyway,
with the
let's
Health and Human
wait El
Services Secretary
Presidente
post.
coming up here.
Interestingly, not a single
And I'm going to get
Democrat
to
voted
let's see the
confirm
feeds
Bobby
here.
Kennedy.
Oh,
It was
hey
an
everybody on
extraordinary,
Instagram, how you doing? I'll
scene
be
to
popping in
witness,
and
and
out.
not
If you
only
guys have
that,
some
but
comments to
several
make,
members of the
please
Kennedy
by
family
all
spoke
by
out
all means
against
make it happen.
RFK Jr.
And we
in
will
this
we'll
nomination,
pop in and out of there as well. So let's get
including
over here.
Ambassador Caroline Kennedy,
Making
who,
sure that we are still up
waited
and
to the
running
very last
on
moment before
YouTube
she
as well.
stepped in to
So
make her
let's get
opinion
to
known that she
getting
did
here
not
and check in
believe
on
her
things in
cousin
the
should be
change.
secretary, but he is secretary nonetheless.
Oh,
And his first
everybody
major
waiting
challenge
around.
could be the measles
I like
outbreak
to
that
make
we've seen
an
in
entrance.
West Texas.
That's right. I'll
and
wait.
cases popping
Let
up
them
elsewhere
wait.
in the
Let them
country.
cook.
J.D. Vance,
No.
Speaker Johnson laughing about
This is
something
this
there
is
at
the
front
State
of
of the
chamber
Union
there.
address
Lindsey Davis
without
is
being the
also
State of
with
the
us
Union
here
address, and it
in
went
the
to
studio tonight. And
mouthpiece,
Lindsey, a lot
the
of eyes
Speaker of
will
the House,
also be on the
invited the
Democrats
president
inside that
to
chamber.
address a joint
And there has been a lot of
session of
debate
Congress.
about whether or not they
And
have any
there's a
sort
lot
of
of
cohesive
I think there's one
response
senator
as
that
of
said,
yet
"I'm not
to
going
what
to
they've
show up.
seen
I
in
have a
these first
dentist."
44 days.
Sure, a number of Democrats
Way
have
to
said that
protest.
they're absolutely not going to even show up
You're
tonight.
doing the
Some
most
have
there.
said that they're going to wear
And again,
black
the
as
ladies
a
are wearing
symbol of
pink
just being
because
somber
apparently
evening.
Donald Trump
Several
hates
women
women,
have said
although
that
he's
they're
a
going to wear
female chief of staff
pink.
and
Many people
a
doing
female
different
secretary
versions
of
of
Homeland
protests.
Security.
But look,
Just
the
obviously.
stock market is down. Inflation is up.
Did you
Donald
see
Trump has said he's going to tell
Secretary
it like it is
Noem
tonight. We have
today?
to wonder if he's going to really touch on those issues
out there in her
in the
ice
first
raid
44
uniform
days.
with the big
It
hair
has been a
and the
dizzying time, right? He signed at least 76 executive orders. There are about 100
from Alejandro
lawsuits that are
Mayorkas.
pushing back on
I
some
will
of those,
give
but
everyone that.
this is more activity than
she
we've
is
seen
she is
in
every
any
kind of
other
all right.
American
Come on,
president
guys,
or
get in
first
here,
100
Trump.
days
Let's do
in
this
more
thing.
than 40 years.
10
And we're
minutes late,
talking
man.
about a wide variety from
I even tried to
paper
time it right
straws and federal
to get here on
agencies
time.
being banned to
Yeah, let's see what we got.
mandating
Anything
that
going?
this country
Nope,
only
everybody's sitting there
recognize two genders
just
with
chitting and chatting.
males and females.
Oh,
But I
here we
think
go. The
that
war on
ultimately
women.
he has to
That's what
get
it was. It was the
breakthrough
two
to the
genders. I
American
actually think
people
that actually protects
why
women.
tariffs are
It's
so
more than that.
important to him. At one point,
does
calling
women.
him
What's
his
up, Truman? How
favorite
you
word,
doing?
but
What's up,
potentially
everybody?
at the expense of the
What's
American
everybody doing
people.
over here?
These tariffs
On the
that we
gram.
warned were
It's good to
coming,
see
in
everybody
fact,
over
went
here
into
on the
effect
gram.
at midnight last night.
And
imposing the
yeah,
tariffs
we're
on
just
our
waiting for
neighbors,
El
Canada and
Presidente
Mexico,
to make
and
his way in,
additional
and we're going to
tariffs
get
on
this party
China.
started for sure.
Tonight, Canada has
Y'all
responded.
sit down.
The Prime
How
Minister
about that?
Justin Trudeau
Y'all
with
sit
retaliatory tariffs
down.
against American goods now going to Canada. And he
Stitches.
said directly to the
Caucuses
American people
to
today,
seats.
your
Let's
government
go.
is
And
doing
stand
this
up when
to
El
you.
Jefe
We
walks
didn't
in.
want this. He made it very
But
clear.
again, oh,
He said this
Elon
was a
Musk
dumb
is
thing
here.
to do. Legendary investor Warren Buffett has
Oh, how
reached,
dare President Trump bring
the
his top
consensus over the
advisor?
last couple of days
That is
he
so unheard
believes
of.
that tariffs
Never
are
seen
in
that in
effect an
presidential.
act of
It's
war.
historic.
He
It's
said with a
historic.
chuckle, but you could tell he was questioning.
Today
the
we are going to
impact
talk
of these tariffs
about
if
the
and
border
when they
being
were in
completely
fact
closed.
implemented.
But Chuck
And Mary
Schumer
Bruce,
today
as you
said,
just heard
yeah,
from
that's
Lindsay,
impressive
we
that
saw
Donald
this
Trump's
swing
numbers
on
of
the
the border
Dow
down.
2 days in
They
a row
were
over
down
these
in the
tariffs,
last few
down
months of the
some
Biden administration
1,300
as
points
well.
in 2 days, and the president
They were down in the last few
knows
months of the
that.
Biden
The American
administration
people are
because they
watching
passed the
tonight. The question
CBP
is,
One Act.
Will he
That's it.
explain why he's done this and why he's
It
doing
was
it
an app.
now? What he thinks.
So everybody
this
that hit,
temporary
I would like
pain
to
that he
come to
has,
the United
spoken
States.
about,
They were
how
now
long
not
it
here
lasts,
illegally.
and why it's
They were
worth it
part
for
of
the
the
American
asylum
people.
system.
This is a chance for
So
the
border
president in front of
crossings,
the
illegal
largest
crossings
audience
were
that he's
down.
likely to have
That's how they
this
do
year,
that.
certainly, to
That's
offer some clarity
government
as
math.
to why he is doing this
That's
and what
government.
Americans
Another example
should
of
be
government math
bracing
is
for. He
over
is
the
well
next
aware,
10 years.
certainly,
I hate
that many Americans
I want to
support
know what
him
it is this
because
year.
of the economy.
Tell me
He
what I'm saving
promised
next
to
month.
bring down prices
Let's start with that. Say
on
each
day
month
one.
for the
We
next
haven't
10 years,
seen
I'm down
that
with
yet.
that. Yeah.
And now you hear from experts and economists warning the opposite.
Oh,
that
Jim's
these
making a
tariffs
bouquet of
may
2A
actually
seats. Oh,
raise
God love you,
prices
buddy.
on Americans.
I
And
love
the
it.
president
I'd
has
love a
said,
bouquet if you would like to
this is
send
just the
some my
beginning,
way.
that he's willing to
Love
go
that.
even further, that countries
Government
that put tariffs on
specializing
us,
in
well,
hurry
he's
up
going to
and wait.
tariff them
Yeah.
right back. We
In
did
the
also,
Midwest,
though,
they
hear from
said
his
things.
Commerce
My
Secretary
favorite
earlier
saying
today
in the
saying
Midwest was,
president may be
"Take your
looking for
time,
ways to meet in
but
the
hurry
middle.
every
I think,
chance you
David, this speaks to some of the
Love
confusion
that.
that Americans have
Absolutely
about
love
what this means. And the president tonight needs to
Come on,
really
can we get
offer a
the
clear
presidential theme here
explanation
going?
of
Come on, man.
why
Drop a
he
beat.
feels placing
You know he's got his
these
iPad. He probably left his
stinging
iPad on
tariffs
his golf
on our
cart.
largest trading
And he's like,
partners
damn
is
it, I
necessary.
wanted to
So
play
far, we've
my
seen a range of
playlist
explanations from him.
coming up.
Will he be able tonight to clarify that for the
Come
American
on.
people and
Nobody
get them
loves
on
the
board and really
damn
brace
Hail to
them
the Chief.
to pay a
Nobody
price
likes
for all
that
of this?
stupid
They're running
song.
a couple of minutes behind.
Half the people in the world don't
expected to
like the
enter this
national anthem.
chamber,
Let's be real.
At any moment.
And I'm going with
the moment
David
it happens,
Tosh
we'll
on.
go to
I'm
the
sorry,
House
Daniel
Sergeant at
Tosh on
Arms,
this one.
announcing the President of the United States. As Mary points
Daniel
out,
Tosh
he'll
on this.
likely talk
If you love
about
the
the
national
economy,
anthem so
about
much, how
his
many do you have it
move
on your playlist?
on tariffs tonight, even with some of our closest allies.
He said he would read. He said he would
China
rewrite the
as well.
national
China
anthem. It'd be
retaliating
22
against
minutes
the
long.
US tonight.
Did I hear
Mexico
November
saying they'll
rain in the
retaliate
middle
by
of that? He said
Sunday,
yes, he did.
in response. And Mary, as you point out, economists
Nobody
across
knows
the
what a
board
rampart is.
have said, remember these
the matter.
tariffs. It's the American
It is the very
businesses
truth
and
of the
companies
matter.
bringing these products in.
So
that
much
pay the
winning, so
tariff
much to
when those
celebrate
products
tonight
arrive. And in
from
many
Donald Trump. I hope he
cases,
stays
those
on
companies
script.
then pass those
There was
additional costs
a
to the American
distinct difference
consumer. And John
between
Carl, we saw
the
it just
last
today as we keep our eyes
State of the
trained on
Union
this
address
live picture
from President
that,
Biden
retailers
and
from
this,
Best Buy to
at
Target
least in
are
the
warning
preparation.
American consumers that
in the
prices could rise
preparation
quickly.
for President
Automobile
Biden, and I'm not making fun of him. This was the
even
truth of the
cars
matter.
made
This is
in the United
verifiable.
States
This is
are made
fact
largely
checkable.
with
Go ahead.
parts that are imported.
There's a podium
from
set
Canada
up in
and
kind of a
from
makeshift
Mexico.
chamber,
If you're worried about the
and
price of eggs,
they
we
give
have
the
eggs
put the
that come in
teleprompters
from
up,
Canada,
and there's a whole
dairy
group
that
of
comes in
consultants
from
telling them
Canada.
how to say things
Look, this
how
is
to
a
deliver
big
the
gamble for this
and
president,
how to sting.
and we've seen how the markets
Which
have
way to shift,
reacted. We've
which
seen
way to go,
anxiety
right?
from businesses.
Donald
large
Trump
and
said,
small in
absolutely
countries.
not.
But David,
No way in
I
hell.
think it's
Give me the
important to
speech.
say,
I'm
this
going
is
to make
exactly
it mine,
what Donald
and then I'll give it
Trump
back to you. And then you can
promised
put it on the
do during
teleprompter.
the campaign.
That's it.
He spoke over and over
I could do
and
this
over
stuff in my
again
sleep.
about
And
what he thought could be accomplished with
quite
tariffs.
frankly,
At times,
can.
he talked about tariffs of
He could.
20%, 25%,
His ABC
100%.
dancing like this
Is that
one?
a speech where he talked
Yep.
about 200% tariffs that he could do?
Oh, here we go.
So this is not a surprise, but it certainly has caused anxiety.
We hear the
There
gavel.
we
Let's
go.
listen in.
For the love of grief. Say it.
Mr. Speaker,
What I'm talking
the
about.
President of the United States.
Here we go. El Jefe. All right.
William McFarland, the House Sergeant at Arms, announcing
Shut up,
President
David.
Trump's return to that chamber.
David Muir.
He has not been here for an address to Congress. We Later in the presidency, of course, we'll call it the State of the Union, but it's called an address to a joint session of Congress.
Thanks, Muir.
Presidents in their first
Muir,
month or two, because
holy
there
mackerel,
hasn't been a
that
lot
guy's
of time
the
to
worst.
preside over.
Seriously, since
the
that
union.
debate.
Although some
He
would
was-
say
he
in
was
these
the number
first
one,
44 days, and
newscaster.
Lindsay made the point.
He was
has
the
been
number
a
one. He
dizzying-
was number one.
Dizzying
He
number
was
of
number one.
actions taken by the president. You have
And,
to wonder if that's going to be a defining sort of
anyway,
move.
let's
for
keep
presidents
this going here. And I
who
gotta
come after
move
President
that
Trump
here
to
just to make
act
sure
more
that we're
quickly
all
in
up
these
and
first
running
initial
on
days.
all firing
It's
on all
also a
cylinders
sign
here. No, as
that
Mace's
this
way,
president
Gray's
has
going to
done
shake
this
some
before.
hands. do his little
fought for
YMCA
re-election.
fist
He
move.
won the
And we're going to
election,
see
both popular
if
vote and
the other side of the
Electoral
aisle.
College.
It's, I mean, obviously,
And
it's the
Rachel Scott, he
Republicans that
got
are there
right to
glad
work.
handing and
Picked
shaking
people who he
hands.
knew
And
would be loyal to
guests
him.
are excited
He
that
had a
he's
plan,
there.
and as John Carl
That's
said,
got
he
to be
campaigned
Marjorie
on these
Taylor
issues.
Greene in a Trump hat.
got to
It
work
has
on
to
them.
be.
Right away,
has to be.
David, and he's faced
I'd
very
bet
little
the kid's
resistance
schooling
from
him. I'd bet
Republicans.
the entire
And
thing
this is
on
the
Nancy
divide in
Mace. What's up, bro?
Washington that we are seeing play
Yeah,
out
so,
right here
yeah.
inside of
No,
this
it doesn't
chamber.
make me.
Of
But I
course, you
bet
have
you in the Trump
Republicans
hat,
that
it's
are
got to
rushing
be.
to greet the
He just
president on
ignores
the
you.
aisles. You
Like,
have
come on.
Democrats
You're not
that
doing
are
good for it.
staying
You're not doing
seated
good
sort
for our
of in
party.
protest here as
You're a
he
hell of a
makes his way
fundraiser, but
down.
you're not doing
It is
good for it.
remarkable. The last time that the president stood at this podium, he had
Stern look
just
from the
acquitted in
missus.
his
Dude,
first
she
impeachment
always looks like
trial.
that. Listen, I'm going to
Democrats have
say
just
this,
begun
and I say
their
this
2020
respectfully,
presidential
and
primary.
I
COVID
truly
wasn't
do,
even at its
because
peak
she
yet
is a
in the United
beautiful
States.
woman.
And
She
here
is
we are,
intelligent.
the president
She
now
speaks several
returning here to
languages.
this House
She's a
chamber, speaking
genius.
to this
She is a
joint
philanthropist.
session of
She is
Congress
fantastic.
after surviving 2
There's Nancy
attempted
Mace. Yeah, of course she gets a
assassinations.
little
And yes,
smooch.
this
Now we know
is
her.
his Washington with control and the majority and both
Melania
chambers
Trump
of
always looks like
Congress.
she's trying
He
to
has moved
bend
very
spoons
quickly
with
in a
her
way that's almost
mind.
dizzying even to some
You know what I
Republicans.
mean?
Even they acknowledge that the president
I mean,
moving
guys,
at
give that to me.
lightning speed,
She
David, to
always
get
looks like
things
she's
done.
looking,
And
staring
Rachel,
like she's going to
talk to
bend
me about the
spoons.
challenge that the
saying,
Democrats now face and
that
how to
is the
respond to
look.
this. I mean, there's no doubt
That is
about
the
it.
look. Yeah,
Republicans
this
are in
is,
control. Thin
what are
majorities,
we
as I
at?
mentioned, in the House
Yeah,
and the
it's at
Senate, but
20
they
minutes
do
in.
control Washington at this point.
20 minutes in, and
this
we're
president,
just
at least
waiting
for the
for
first
his
44
tookies to get up
days,
there. Maybe
really didn't
a
turn
late
to
round of
Congress
golf.
for
Who knows?
much, if at all. These were executive
Nothing
orders
wrong
and
with that.
actions.
Make it happen.
And now
all right.
comes this address to a joint
yeah, they love
session.
you.
And
Look at that.
perhaps they'll try
Yeah,
to
see
make
a
the case
corner
on
back
things that they
there.
need to work
Look at
together
those
on.
weasels.
But as you pointed out,
Most of the
looking around
Democrats
room,
have
many
sat down.
Democrats
Chuck
aren't
Hugh
even standing.
Schumer, there's Chuck.
And that's what I'm looking for tonight,
Absolute
David. Does
fraud
the president
shyster that he
appeal
is.
to Democrats from across the aisle to try to
Secretary
suggest
Rubio,
something
there
that
they
can
are.
work
They're
on
the
together,
Supremes.
some sort of
That's right.
bipartisanship? As you
Give
mentioned, he
Sonya a
pulled
little
with a
handshake.
slew of
There you go.
executive actions from his
Have a beer
very
later. Want a
first
beer later?
day
Okay.
inside
Beer.
of the Oval Office.
Yeah,
The big
see?
question here for Democrats: what exactly can they do? And
Did
this
you
is
take the
something that
class
they are
YouTube? No, I
struggling
didn't.
with
Why did they cut it?
internally.
Did they cut
really
me off
do
already?
not have a coherent
still rolling.
message. Democratic leaders
Yeah, no,
will
I
even
just
tell you that
I
they
figured
don't
it out.
have the
I think that I
majorities in
was
either chamber.
I
So
was
much so that they're
streaming
actually
a feed
considering
from another
whether or
YouTube
not
channel.
they want to
So
leverage
even
a
the
possible government
whitehouse.gov, I didn't go to the
shutdown in just
whitehouse.gov
10
site, which
days
is public.
as a way
It
to
was
push
like public
back
information.
against
They're
some of the efforts
broadcasting.
from the Department of Government
But
Efficiency
it
and
actually
Elon
went to a
Musk and the
YouTube
Trump
channel.
administration. We'll
This
have
is
to
actual
see if they
ABC
go
News,
forward
which
with
is
that. But
a
Democrats, they are
public
keenly
broadcast,
aware
which
of
is
what they are up
a
against here.
free
They are
service
having some challenges
to
figuring
we
out
the
a way
people.
to
So
confront it.
I think
But they're also
I'm
keenly aware
safe
that the
here.
president won on the issues, right? We're talking
But
about
don't
the
get me wrong,
economy
that's why I
and
was sweating it
immigration. Of
out.
course, two things the president is expected to
That's why I was
focus
like,
on
come on,
tonight.
Trump.
Rachel,
Get up
thank
there
you
and
as we
start
watch as the
talking, man.
president takes members of
Only a
not
matter
only
of
the
time
Supreme
before I
Court,
get
but the
kicked off of
military
here.
and big changes at the Pentagon, Martha.
Yeah.
The chairman
See,
of the
told
Joint
you,
Chiefs
Marjorie
out
Taylor
just the
Greene.
last couple of days.
Okay, Bobby,
One of the
okay.
first things he said he wanted to do was get rid of.
I'm telling you, I'm
woke
about. What's up,
generals.
Eddie?
Pete
I'm
Hegseth
about
said the same thing.
aesthetics. I
Secretary
really
of
am, and
Defense,
she is bad
who
for our
fired
look. She is
General
bad for the
C.P.
conservative
Brown,
cause.
just about
Dad,
ready
let's
to
see if
speak
Mira shut
there,
up.
and also the
Nope,
Chief of
Raditz
Naval
is there, so
Operations.
forget
So
that
some of
noise.
those people are
Holy
unfamiliar
cow, what a
names.
bunch of Trump hating posers.
Chance of USA.
But I tried to
inside
actually
the
tried to get
chamber.
the Fox feed too, but it went to their YouTube channel. So let's go. Here we go, y'all. President of the United States.
I need a copy of the speech to
Oh,
Speaker Johnson.
shut it.
Of course, you'll remember the years when former Speaker Nancy Pelosi was standing behind him.
God. Okay, be more biased. Hi, David. Go away. You'd remember when Nancy Pelosi was back there, the good old days. Hey, you guys are hacks. Bunch of hacks. Either the speaker is really, really like Boebert small, like there's Boebert. But nobody's talking over there. Yeah. But JD Vance, a tall dude. Let me see here. How tall is JD Vance? Let's see. Knows everything. 6'2". All right. A little bit taller than me. Inch taller than me. All right, so dude, I guess Speaker Johnson. How tall is Speaker Johnson? That is nonsense what I just read. Siri just said that JD Vance is 6'2", Speaker Johnson is 6'5". I'm going to say Speaker Johnson has some stock in Apple. All right, here we go. With respect.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prez.
It's a great honor. Thank you very much. Speaker Johnson, Vice President. President Vance, the First Lady of the United States,
How are you not going to stand for the first lady if everyone's standing? Democrats, don't be asses. Just say it's the first lady, dude. Come on. Better than Dr. Jill and Emhoff like macking each other when they arrive.
Members of the United States Congress, thank you very much. And to my fellow citizens, America is back.
Right. Oh, can't even clap for America's back. Can't even. Hey, Schiff showed up.
Six weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
Yeah. Oh, boy, get him, Don. Don't hurt him, Don. I think there's a tingle going on there with Elon, my man. Get excited.
I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before. The American dream is unstoppable, and our country is on the verge of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed and perhaps will never witness again. There's never been anything like it. The presidential election of November 5th was a mandate like has not been seen in many decades. We won all 7 swing states, giving us an electoral college victory of 312 votes.
By the way, if you want to see a response to mandate, Stephen A. Smith will be playing tomorrow on the show. The best response to this wasn't a mandate ever.
We won the popular vote by big numbers
Big
and
numbers.
won counties in our country.
Uh-oh. Don't hurt him, Don. Wow, this is fantastic. We got spirit. Yes, we do. We got spirit. How about you? Ah! SpongeBob.
Counties in our country, 2,700 to 525.
You're out.
A map that reads almost completely red for Republican.
Uh-oh. Don is ticked.
Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact, it's an astonishing record.
Get it going, Don.
27-point swing, the most ever.
Yes, stay there, Don. Don't take the bait, buddy. Don't take the bait, sir. Do not take the bait.
Likewise, small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House.
Get him, Mike.
To cease any further disruptions. That's your warning.
Get him, Johnson. That dude's pointing at Kane, man. I don't know. That's threatening.
Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the sergeant at arms to restore order to the joint session.
It's come to this, y'all. It's come to this. Yeah, Secret Service moving up and around there too.
Mr. Green, take your seat.
Yes.
Take your seat, sir. Take your seat.
JD's like
members
booed him.
continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum. The chair now directs the sergeant at arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Hi. Oh, Ted Lou back there. What's up, Ted? Adam Schiff's not even looking around him. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, bud. All right, there you go. Get your cane. Get your cane. Get out of here. Start talking, Don. Just start talking. Prez, start talking. Don't give him any more time. Don't give him any more time. He was hot about the mandate, too. That's all he said. There's no mandate. There's no mandate. Like, dude, relax.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
Thank you.
Does that guy have a
Over the
bidding
past
power?
6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive actions, a record to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it.
Go. Hey, tell him where he's wrong.
In fact, it has been stated by many that the first month of our presidency, it's our presidency,
Yeah.
is the most successful in the history of our nation. By many.
I don't know if anyone can tell him he's wrong.
And
That's a
what
lie. Look
makes
at
it even
Rashida
more
Tlaib.
impressive is that, do you know who number 2 is?
Oh.
George Washington. How
Yeah. Get it, kid.
about that? I don't know about that list, but we'll take it. Within hours of taking the oath of office, I declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and Border Patrol to repel the invasion of our country. And what a job they've done. As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever.
Again, fact checker. Tell him he's wrong. Rashida Tlaib, hold up your sign. Say that's a lie. Go ahead. Go ahead, girl.
They heard my words and they chose not to come. Much easier that way. In comparison, under Joe Biden, the worst president in American history, there were hundreds of thousands of illegal crossings a month.
No, he
And
did.
virtually all of them, including murderers, drug dealers, gang members, and people from mental institutions and
Truth.
insane asylums, were released into our country.
Did you hear
Who
that?
would want to do that?
He said that's where you belong.
This is my 5th such speech to Congress. And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do. I could find a cure to the most devastating disease, a disease that would wipe out entire nations, or announce the answers to the greatest economy in history, or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will not stand, and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical
Musk
achievements. They
steal?
won't do it, no matter what. Five times I've been up here. It's very sad, and it just shouldn't be this way.
Right, those signs, the paddles they're holding are fantastic. Musk steals, and there's another one as well. Yeah, Musk steals your grift, steals your scam, steals your kickbacks. I can go for days.
So Democrats sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
Give me the signs. Come on. I want to see the paddle. What's that one? Okay, Musk seals. False. Oh, there's a false one as well. Okay, false. I hope he points the signs out to
Every day, my
Eli.
administration is fighting to deliver the change America needs to bring a future that America deserves, and we're doing it. This is a time for big dreams and bold action. Upon taking office, I imposed an immediate freeze on all federal hiring, a freeze on all new federal regulations, and a freeze on all foreign aid.
Yeah. It's a freeze. It isn't a cancellation.
I terminated the ridiculous Green New Scam. I withdrew from the unfair Paris Climate Accord, which was costing us trillions of dollars that other countries were not paying. I withdrew from the corrupt World Health Organization.
Who? By the way, who does not recognize
And I also
Taiwan as a
withdrew
nation?
from the anti-American UN Human Rights Council. We ended all of Biden's environmental restrictions that were making our country far less safe and totally unaffordable. And importantly, we ended the last administration's insane electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto workers and companies from economic destruction.
Oh, he was picking his nose. He got busted. Is that Durbin? I think he was picking his nose.
To unshackle our economy, I have directed that for every one new regulation,
Come on.
10 old regulations must be eliminated, just like I did in my very successful first term.
God, now do that. Do the same with laws. Now do laws. Same. Especially gun laws. Come on. Let's do it.
And in that first term, we set records on ending unnecessary rules and regulations like no other president had done before. We ordered all federal workers to return to the office. They will either show up for work in person or be removed from their job.
There you go. Oh, please. Trump was right about everything, her hat says.
And we've ended
It's not a good
organized
look.
government where, as an example, a sitting president is allowed to viciously prosecute his political opponent, like me. How did that work out?
Oh!
Not too good. Not too
Oh,
good.
oh, oh. Show shift. Show shift. Now do shift. False. That's so
Stopped
cringe.
all government censorship and brought back free speech in America.
Damn right, buddy.
And 2 days ago, I signed an order making English the official language of the United States of America. I renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
Okay, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because Gulf of Mexico, you can't drill.
And likewise, I renamed for a great president, William McKinley,
There you go. Kid.
Mount McKinley again.
That's right.
Beautiful Alaska. We love Alaska. We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military.
If you're going to cry about that, Most major corporations
Our
are.
country will be woke no longer.
Based. I think that's what the cool kids say. Based?
We believe that whether you are a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or an air traffic controller, you should be hired and promoted based on skill and competence, not race or gender.
Amen.
Very important.
Preach. Can I get it? Amen. That's what we should have, an amen paddle. Amen.
You should be hired based on merit. And the Supreme Court, in a brave and very powerful decision, has allowed us to do so.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools, and I signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Oh, that's anti-trans. No, it's not anti-trans. No, it isn't. You can still be trans. Totally. You can be trans all you want. Go ahead. You can be LGBTQ or I or IA or plus.
I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports.
Oh, every Democrat voted against it. Every Democrat voted against. Look at amen on the front, witness in the back. Can I get a witness?
Peyton McNabb was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding.
Poor thing. Good Lord. If you ever saw that video, you don't need to look. No, do not look it up. Do not. It's brutal. Intern Nooch played volleyball for years, and I played volleyball, and it was just, what I saw was just not cool at all. It's just a different level. It's a different sport. Male versus female. It just is.
And if you really want to see numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, or cycling, where a male recently finished a long-distance race 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman for a new record by 5 hours.
Kind of close.
Broke the record by 5 hours.
I don't know about that one.
It's demeaning for women.
That's going to be
and it's very bad
shot
for
heard
our
around the
country.
world right
We're
there.
not going to put up with
Stat
it
heard
any
around the
longer.
world. Yeah, I don't see anything about a dude winning by 5 hours.
What I have just described is only a small fraction of the common sense revolution that is now, because of us, sweeping the entire world. Common sense has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never. Never going to let that happen.
Still checking this win by 5 hours.
Among my very highest priorities is to rescue our economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working families. As you know, we inherited from the last administration an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare. Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. They've never had anything like it. We suffered the worst inflation in 48 years, but perhaps even in the history of our country. They're not sure. As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again.
I'm telling you, tomorrow's meme is going to be the I won by 17 hours, and I won the 40-yard dash by 15 minutes, that kind of stuff, yeah. It's going to be a tough one, yes, yeah. That's
Joe
going to be
Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control. The egg price is out of control.
Here we go. They brought
And
cartons.
we're working hard to get it back down. Secretary, do a good job on that. You inherited a total mess from the previous administration. Do a good job.
Oh, got walkouts. Uh-oh, we got some walkouts. Got some walkouts.
A major focus of our fight to defeat inflation is rapidly reducing the cost of energy. The previous administration cut the number of new oil and gas leases by 95%, slowed pipeline construction to a halt, and closed more than 100 power plants. We are opening up many of those power plants right now.
Amen, brother. It's been 40 days, guys. We got 40 years of this.
And frankly, we have never seen anything like it. That's why on my first day in office, I declared a national energy emergency. As you've heard me say many times, we have more liquid gold under our feet than any nation on earth.
You're darn right.
And by far. And now I fully authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. It's called Drill, Baby, Drill.
Let's go. No, they can't clap. They're not allowed to. They're sad. They're sad.
My administration is also working on a gigantic natural gas pipeline in Alaska.
Yes.
Among the largest in the world, where Japan, South Korea, and other nations want to be our partner with investments of trillions of dollars each. There's never been anything like that one. It will be truly spectacular. It's all set to go. The permitting is gotten. And later this week, I will also take historic action to dramatically expand production of critical minerals and rare earths here in the USA.
Let's go. I think the paddle side of the room needs some fiber. A lot of it. Could be sponsored by Metamucil.
To further combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars.
Yes, come on. Elon Musk. Get your paddles out. Get your paddles out, Dems. It's time.
And to that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency.
That's right.
DOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Ah, boy, Elon. I don't even know if that's his time to stand, but there you are, sir. He's like, I got to go, guys. I got to make another kid.
By Elon Musk, who is in the gallery
I got to get shaken down by a chick after knocking her up. Brendan, you already saw how they use those paddles, champ. There's already been a video from the Senate, if you know what I'm saying. She's asleep. Oh, no, she's on her phone.
Thank you, Elon.
Michael.
He didn't need this. He didn't need this.
Michael said Elon
Thank
knows.
you very much.
He knows
We
to wear a
appreciate
suit.
it.
Yeah,
Everybody here, even this side, appreciates it, I believe. They just don't want to admit that. Just listen to some of the appalling waste we have already identified.
Oh, here we go.
$22 billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $60 million for indigenous peoples and Afro-Colombian empowerment in Central America. $60 million. $8 million for making mice transgender. This is real. $32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova. $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique. $20 million for the Arab Sesame Street in the Middle East. It's a program, $20 million for a program. $1.9 billion to recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up.
A committee?
And we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her?
Oh,
a $3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring.
yes.
$1.5 billion for voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City. He's a real estate developer. He's done very well. $250,000 to increase vegan local climate action innovation in Zambia. $42 million for social and behavior change in Uganda. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia.
Hey, wait.
Asia's doing very well with learning.
Exactly. What
You know what we're doing. We could use it ourselves. And $101 million for DEI contracts at the Department of Education. The most ever paid, nothing even like it. Under the Trump administration, all of these scams, and they're far worse, but I didn't think it was appropriate to talk about them. They're so bad. Many more have been found out and exposed and swiftly terminated by a group of very intelligent, mostly young people, headed up by Elon, and we appreciate it. We found hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud.
He hasn't had that many people clap for him since his last shareholders meeting. Ooh, for real.
And we've taken back the money and reduced our debt to fight inflation and other things. Taken back a lot of that money.
And Ultra
We got it just
Cosas.
in time. This is just the beginning. The Government Accountability Office, a federal government office, has estimated annual fraud of over $500 billion in our nation.
Damn.
And we are working very hard to stop it. We're going to. We're also identifying shocking levels of incompetence and probable fraud in the Social Security program for our seniors, and that our seniors and people that we love rely on. Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old. It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are rather elderly, but not quite that elderly. 3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129. 3.9 million people from ages 130 to 139. 3.5 million people from ages 140 to 149. And money is being paid to many of them. And we're searching right now. In fact,
where'd I go?
Good luck. Good luck. You're going to find it. But a lot of money is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid and nobody does. And it really hurts Social Security and hurts our country. 1.3 million people from ages 150 to 159 and over 130,000 people, according to the Social Security databases, are age over 160 years old. We have a healthier country than I thought, Bobby.
He's like, oh, crap. Nah. We can get rid of Loeffler, too. She can go away.
Including, to finish, 1,039 people between the ages of 220 and 229 One person between the age of 240 and 249, and one person is listed at 360 years of age. More than 100 years, more than 100 years older than our country. But we're going to find out where that money's going. And it's not going to be pretty. By slashing all of the fraud, waste, and theft we can find, we will defeat inflation, bring down mortgage rates, lower car payments and grocery prices, protect our seniors, and put more money in the pockets of American families.
There you go.
And today, interest rates took a beautiful drop, big, beautiful drop. It's about time. And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years, balance the federal budget.
Oh, here we go. That's a lot of new job openings. That's right. Yes.
With that goal in mind, we have developed in great detail what we are calling the Gold Card, which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, we will allow the most successful job-creating people from all over the world to buy a path to U.S. citizenship.
Heck
it's like
yeah.
the green card, but better and more sophisticated. And these people will have to pay tax in our country. They won't have to pay tax from where they came. The money that they've made, you wouldn't want to do that, but they have to pay tax, create jobs. They'll also be taking people out of colleges and paying for them so that we can keep them in our country instead of having them being forced out. Number one, at the top school, as an example, being forced out and not being allowed to stay and create tremendous numbers of jobs and great success for a company out there. So while we take out the criminals, killers, traffickers, and child predators who are allowed to enter our country under the open border policy of these people, the Democrats, the Biden administration, the open border insane policies that you've allowed to destroy our country. We will now bring in brilliant, hardworking, job-creating people. They're going to pay a lot of money, and we're going to reduce our debt with that money.
That's right. On the gram, they're talking about the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act over there. You guys, I do know, yes, the repeal of that modernization by Obama is underway, at least.
Have given us a mandate for bold and profound change. For nearly 100 years, the federal bureaucracy has grown until it has crushed our freedoms, ballooned our deficits, and held back America's potential in every possible way. The nation founded by pioneers and risk takers now drowns under millions and millions of pages of regulations and debt. Approvals that should take 10 days to get instead take 10 years, 15 years, and even 20 years before you're rejected. Meanwhile, we have hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have not been showing up to work. My administration will reclaim power from this unaccountable bureaucracy, and we will restore true democracy to America again.
Get it, kid. Where's Crockett? Where's she at? I was ready for her shenanigans. Where's her shenanigans? Let's go.
And any federal bureaucrat who resists this change will be removed from office immediately. Because we are draining the swamp. It's very simple. And the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over.
Oh, here we go. Get your Musk Steels paddles out. That's hard to say. Musk Steels. Look at him dog-eyeing the Dems. Just dog-eyeing.
And the next phase of our plan to deliver the greatest economy in history is for this Congress to pass tax cuts for everybody. They're in there. They're waiting for you to vote. And I'm sure that the people on my right, I don't mean the Republican right, but my right here, I'm sure you're going to vote for those tax cuts, because otherwise I don't believe the people will ever vote you into office. So I'm doing you a big favor by telling you that.
That's
But
free
I know
advice.
this group is going to be voting for the tax. Thank you. It's a very, very big part of our plan. We had tremendous success in our first term with it. A very big part of our plan. We're seeking permanent income tax cuts all across the board. And to get urgently needed relief to Americans hit especially hard by inflation, I'm calling for no tax on tips,
That's
no
it.
tax
Go.
on overtime,
Bring it.
and no tax on Social Security benefits
That's
for
it.
our great seniors.
Bring it. And you're right, Brendan. Yes.
And I also want to make interest payments on car loans tax deductible, but only if the car is made in America.
Hey. Oh, hell, that's that. Okay, I did not know that. I did not know that was coming. That's pretty rad. We can't. I mean, come on. That's pretty cool.
And
Right?
by the way, we're going to have growth in the auto industry like nobody's ever seen. Plants are opening up all over the place. Deals are being made. Never seen. That's a combination of the election win and tariffs. It's a beautiful word, isn't it? That, along with our other policies, will allow our auto industry to absolutely boom. It's going to boom. Spoke to the majors today, all
Boom.
three,
Shakalaka.
the top people, and they're so excited.
Say
In
it.
fact, already numerous car companies have announced that they will be building massive automobile plants in America, with Honda just announcing a new plant in Indiana.
That's
One
right.
of the largest anywhere in the world.
Honda ain't got a motor in the back of her. Honda.
And this has taken place since our great victory on November 5th, a date which will hopefully go down as one of the most important in the history of our country.
Bring it. Katie's like, okay, cool, yeah. Made me vice
In
president.
addition, as part of our tax cuts, we want to cut taxes on domestic production and all manufacturing. And just as we did before, we will provide 100% expensing. It will be retroactive to January 20th, 2025. And it was one of the main reasons why our tax cuts were so successful in our first term, giving us the most successful economy in the history of our country, first term.
And
We
the
had a
highest
great
IRS
first term.
receipts. How about that? Cut taxes for everybody. The IRS makes more money.
If you don't make your product in America, however, under the Trump administration, you will pay a tariff, and in some cases, a rather large one. Other countries have used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn to start using them against those other countries.
Yep.
On average, the European Union, China, Brazil, India, Mexico, and Canada, have you heard of them? And countless other nations charge us tremendously higher tariffs than we charge them. It's very unfair. India charges us auto tariffs higher than 100%. China's average tariff on our products is twice what we charge them. And South Korea's average tariff is 4 times higher. Think of that, 4 times higher.
Dang.
And we give so much help militarily and in so many other ways to South Korea, but that's what happens. This is happening by friend and foe. This system is not fair to the United States and never was. And so on April 2nd, I wanted to make it April 1st, but I didn't want to be accused of April Fool's Day. That's not, just one day was cost us a lot of money. But we're going to do it in April. I'm a very superstitious person. April 2nd, reciprocal tariffs kick in. And whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth.
Take
Whatever they tax us,
I want you to know what
we will
reciprocal
tax
means.
them. If they do non-monetary tariffs to keep us out of their market, then we will do non-monetary barriers to keep them out of our market. There's a lot of that too. They don't even allow us in their market. We will take in trillions and trillions of dollars and create jobs like we have never seen before. I did it with China and I did it with others, and the Biden administration couldn't do anything about it because there was so much money they couldn't do anything about it. We have been ripped off for decades by nearly every country on earth, and we will not let that happen any longer.
Okay, come on, get on with it,
Much
Don.
has been said
Let's go.
over the last 3 months about Mexico and Canada, but we have very large deficits with both of them. But even more importantly, they've allowed fentanyl to come into our country at levels never seen before, killing hundreds of thousands of our citizens and many very young, beautiful people, destroying families. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They are, in effect, receiving subsidies of hundreds of billions of dollars. We pay subsidies to Canada and to Mexico of hundreds of billions of dollars, and the United States will not be doing that any longer. We're not going to do it any longer. Thanks to our America First policies we're putting into place, we have had $1.7 trillion of new investment in America in just the past few weeks.
Yep.
The combination of the election and our economic policies that people of SoftBank, one of the most brilliant anywhere in the world, announced a $200 billion investment. OpenAI and Oracle, Larry Ellison, announced $500 billion investment, which they wouldn't have done if Kamala had won.
Oh,
Apple
no, he didn't.
announced $500 billion investment. Tim Cook called me. He said, I cannot spend it fast enough. It's going to be much higher than that, I believe. They'll be building their plants here instead of in China. And just yesterday, Taiwan Semiconductor, the biggest in the world,
Arizona,
most powerful
baby.
in the world, has a tremendous amount, 97% of the market, announced a $165 billion investment to build the most powerful chips on earth right here in the USA.
And that whole building out there is going to be it's going to look like a small city. They have to annex it as a town.
And we're not giving them any money. Your CHIPS Act is a horrible, horrible thing. We give hundreds of billions of dollars, and it doesn't mean a thing. They take our money and they don't spend it. All that meant to them, we're giving them no money. All that was important to them was they didn't want to pay the tariffs, so they came and they're building, and many other companies are coming. We don't have to give them money. We just want to protect our businesses and our people, and they will come because they won't have to pay tariffs if they build in America. So it's very amazing. You should get rid of the CHIP Act, and whatever's left over, Mr. Speaker, you should use it to reduce debt or any other reason you want to.
There you go. Sorry, I just threw my phone across the room. I hit the thing on the corner of the desk and I just
Our new trade policy will also be great for the American farmer. I love the farmer. We will now be selling into our home market, the USA, because nobody is going to be able to compete with you. Because those goods that come in from other countries and companies, they're really in a bad position in so many different ways. They're uninspected. They may be very dirty and disgusting, and they come in and they pour in and they hurt our American farmers. The tariffs will go on agricultural product coming into America, and our farmers, starting on April 2nd, it may be a little bit of an adjustment period. We had that before when I made the deal with China, $50 billion of purchases. And I said, just bear with me. And they did. They did. Probably have to bear with me again. And this will be even better. That was great. The problem with it was that Biden didn't enforce it. He didn't enforce it. $50 billion of purchases, and we were doing great, but Biden did not enforce it, and it hurt our farmers. But our farmers are going to have a field day right now. So to our farmers, have a lot of fun. I love you too. I love you too. It's all going to happen.
Yeah, where's your paddle now? What's up? Oh, look at him. Look at him. Oh.
And I have also imposed a 25% tariff on foreign aluminum, copper, lumber, and steel, because if we don't have, as an example, steel and lots of other things, we don't have a military, and frankly, we just won't have a country very long. Here today is a proud American steelworker, fantastic person from Decatur, Alabama, Jeff Denard.
What's up, Jeff?
Has been working at the same steel plant for 27 years in a job that has allowed him to serve as the captain of his local volunteer fire department, raised 7 children with his beautiful wife, Nicole, and over the years provide a loving home for more than 40 foster children.
Dang.
So great, Jeff.
What a good dude. America! Right there, baby. Yeah, good job, pal. Put him in charge of something. Christ almighty. Look at this. Yeah, buddy. Listen, we're not adjusting your stocks accordingly. Yeah, put Jeff in charge of something.
Stories like Jeff's remind us that tariffs are not just about protecting American jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country. Tariffs are about making America rich again and making America great again, and it's happening, and it will happen rather quickly. There'll be a little disturbance, but we're okay with that. It won't be much. No, you're not. Oh.
Nope.
And look where Biden took us, very low, the lowest we've ever been. Jeff, I want to thank you very much. And I also want to recognize another person who has devoted herself to foster care community. She works so hard on it. A very loving person, our magnificent First Lady of the United States. Melania's work has yielded incredible results, helping prepare our nation's future leaders as they enter the workforce. Our First Lady is joined by 2 impressive young women, very impressive. Haley Ferguson, who benefited from the First Lady's Fostering the Future initiative and is poised to complete her education and become a teacher. And Elliston Berry, who became a victim of an illicit deepfake image produced by a peer. With Elliston's help, the Senate just passed the Take It Down Act, and this is so important. Thank you very much, John. John Thune, thank you. Stand up, John. Thank you, John.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Thank you all very much.
I don't know. Seems like some lines were crossed there. I don't know where we're at. I don't know what page we're on.
Thank you.
Oy.
And thank you to John Thune and the Senate. Great job. To criminalize the publication of such images online is terrible, terrible thing.
Did you hear about that?
And once it passes the House, I look forward to signing that bill into law.
Good.
Thank you. And I'm going to use that bill for myself, too, if you don't mind. Because nobody gets treated worse than I do online. Nobody. That's great. Thank you very much to the Senate. Thank you.
The memes are funny, Mr. President.
But if we truly care about
are.
protecting Americans' children, no step is more crucial than securing America's borders. Over the past 4 years, 21 million people poured into the United States. Many of them were murderers, human traffickers, gang members, and other criminals from the streets of dangerous cities all throughout the world. Because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies, they are now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out fast.
How's Alejandro doing? Anyone ever checking in on Mayorkas? Oh, that guy's, I don't know what the hell he's up to.
And I want to thank Tom Homan.
Uh-oh.
And Christy, I want to thank you
Big
and
boss
Paul
man.
of Border Patrol. I want to thank you. What a job they've all done. Everybody, Border Patrol, ICE, law enforcement in general is incredible. We have to take care of our law enforcement. Have to. Last year, a brilliant 22-year-old nursing student named Lakin Riley, the best in her class, admired by everybody, went out for a jog on the campus of the University of Georgia. That morning, Lakin was viciously attacked, assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and horrifically murdered. Lakin was stolen from us by a savage illegal alien gang member who was arrested while trespassing across Biden's open southern border.
Yep.
And then set loose into the United
Fact
States
check it.
under the heartless policies of that failed administration. It was indeed a failed administration. He had then been arrested and released in a Democrat-run sanctuary city, a disaster, before ending the life of this beautiful young angel. With us this evening are Lakin's beloved mother, Allison, and her sister, Lauren. Last year, I told Lakin's grieving parents that we would ensure their daughter would not have died in vain. That's why the very first bill I signed into law as your 47th
No Democrats voted
president
for it.
mandates the detention of all dangerous criminal aliens who threaten public safety. It's a very strong, powerful act.
Say the Lakin Riley Act. That's what it is, Kent.
It's called the Lakin Riley
There you
Act.
go.
So
Say her
Allison
name.
and Lauren, America will never, ever forget our beautiful Lakin Hope Riley. Thank you very much. Since taking office, my administration has launched the most sweeping border and immigration crackdown in American history, and we quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you.
He did a crackdown. That administration gave out crack pipes. Brennan, I don't even think CNN would take my argument.
The media and our friends in the Democrat Party kept saying we needed new legislation. We must have legislation to secure the border. But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
Oh! May God bless America and walk out right now, sir. May God bless America and just walk out. Holy. Save Medicaid. They had to save Medicaid.
Joe
Battle.
Biden didn't just open our borders. He flew illegal aliens over them.
He did.
To overwhelm our schools, hospitals, and communities throughout the country. Entire towns like Aurora, Colorado, and Springfield, Ohio, buckled under the weight of the migrant occupation and corruption like nobody's ever seen before. Beautiful towns destroyed. Now, just as I promised in my inaugural address, we are achieving the great liberation of America. But there still is much work to be done. Here tonight is a woman I have gotten to know Alexis Nungary from Houston. Wonderful woman. Last June, Alexis's 12-year-old daughter, her precious Jocelyn, walked to a nearby convenience store. She was kidnapped, tied up, assaulted for 2 hours under a bridge, and horrifically murdered. Arrested and charged with this heinous crime are 2 illegal alien monsters from Venezuela, released into America by the last administration through their ridiculous open border. The death of this beautiful 12-year-old girl and the agony of her mother and family touched our entire nation greatly. Alexis, I promised that we would always remember your daughter, your magnificent daughter. And earlier tonight, I signed an order keeping my word to you. One thing I have learned about Jocelyn is that she loved animals so much. She loved nature. Across Galveston Bay, from where Jocelyn lived in Houston, you will find a magnificent national wildlife refuge, a pristine, peaceful, 34,000-acre sanctuary for all of God's creatures on the edge of the Gulf of America. Alexis, moments ago, I formally renamed that refuge in loving memory of your beautiful daughter, Jocelyn. So, Mr. Vice President, if you would, may I have the order?
That's a gangsta move. Nobody politics like this guy. No one. No one. We've never seen this.
Thank you very much. All 3 savages charged with Jocelyn and Lakin's murders were members of the Venezuelan prison gang, the toughest gang, they say, in the world.
See if you can say it.
Known as Tren de Aragua. 2 weeks ago, I officially designated this gang, along with MS-13 and the bloodthirsty Mexican drug cartels, as foreign terrorist organizations.
Yep, let's go. Let's go with it. Let's go.
They are now officially in the same category as ISIS, and that's not good for them.
Nope.
Countless thousands of these terrorists were welcomed into the U.S. by the Biden administration.
True.
But now every last one will be rounded up and forcibly removed from our country, or, if they're too dangerous, put in jails, standing trial in this country, because we don't want them to come back ever. With us this evening is a warrior on the front lines of that battle, Border Patrol Agent Roberto Ortiz. Great guy. In January, Roberto and another agent were patrolling by the Rio Grande near an area known as Cartel Island. Doesn't sound too nice to me. When heavily armed gunmen started shooting at them, Roberto saw that his partner was totally exposed, at great danger, and he leapt into action, returning fire and providing crucial seconds for his fellow agent to seek safety, just barely. I have some of the prints of that event, and it was not good. Agent Ortiz, we salute you for your great courage and for your line of fire that you took, and for the bravery that you showed. We honor you, and we will always honor you. Thank you, Roberto, very much.
Right there. He should have renamed Cartel Island after Roberto. Right there. Roberto Island. See? If nothing else, I'm coachable. I can play like him. Mr. Vice President, give me the order.
Thank you, Roberto.
Roberto Ireland.
And I actually got to know him on my many calls to the border. He's a great, great gentleman. The territory to the immediate south of our border is now dominated entirely by criminal cartels that murder, rape, torture, and exercise total control. They have total control over a whole nation, posing a grave threat to our national security. The cartels are waging war in America, and it's time for America to wage war on the cartels, which we are doing.
Get it. You got a paddle for that? You got a paddle for that one, guys, over there? Coons, what do you got? Huh? Klobuchar, what do you got?
5 nights ago,
Where's Jasmine
Mexican
Crockett?
authorities, because of our tariff policies being imposed on them, think of this, handed over to us 29 of the biggest cartel leaders in their country. That has never happened before. They want to make us happy. First time ever. But we need Mexico and Canada to do much more than they've done, and they have to stop the fentanyl and drugs pouring into the USA. They're going to stop it. I have sent Congress a detailed funding request laying out exactly how we will eliminate these threats to protect our homeland and complete the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than current record holder President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a moderate man, but someone who believed very strongly in borders. Americans expect Congress to send me this funding without delay so I can sign it into law. So, Mr. Speaker, John Thune, both of you, I hope you're going to be able to do that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Mr. Leader, thank you. Thank you very much. And let's get it to me. I'll sign it so fast, you won't even believe it.
Fastest signature ever. He has the longest signature in history of any president. He's drawing something. So he's coloring something in. Just a bunch of teepees, just like this.
And as we reclaim our sovereignty,
Okay.
we must also bring back law and order to our cities and towns. In recent years,
Democrats don't like that,
our
apparently.
justice system has been turned upside down by radical left lunatics. Many jurisdictions virtually ceased enforcing the law against dangerous repeat offenders while weaponizing law enforcement against political opponents like me. My administration has acted swiftly and decisively to restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law, starting at the FBI and the DOJ. Pam, good luck. Cash, wherever you may be, good luck. Good luck. Pam Bondi. Good
Right,
luck.
Michael. That is the
Don't
loudest signing pen in
do
history.
a great job. Cash, thank you. Thank you, Cash.
Oh, wait. Got a cameraman down.
They've already started very strong. They're going to do a fantastic job. You're going to be very proud of them.
Show us the Epstein list.
We're also once again giving our police officers the support, protection, and respect they so dearly deserve. They have to get it. They have such a hard, dangerous job, but we're going to make it less dangerous. The problem is the bad guys don't respect the law, but they're starting to respect it, and they soon will respect it. This also includes our great fire departments throughout the country. Our firemen and women are unbelievable people, and we'll never forget them. And besides that, they voted for me in record numbers, so I have no choice.
This is classic
1
Trump.
year ago this month, 31-year-old New York police officer Jonathan Diller, unbelievably wonderful person and a great officer, was gunned down at a traffic stop on Long Island. I went to his funeral. The vicious criminal charged with his murder had 21 prior arrests, and they were rough arrests, too. He was a real bad one. The thug in the seat next to him had 14 prior arrests, and went by the name of Killer. He was Killer. He killed other people, they say, a lot of them. I attended Officer Diller's service, and when I met his wife and one-year-old son, Ryan, it was very inspirational, actually. His widow's name is Stephanie, and she is here tonight. Stephanie, thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you very much.
Yeah, look at her, Dems. Look at her. The sanctuary nonsense. Take a look. Widow, mother, single mother.
Stephanie, we're going to make sure that Ryan knows his dad was a true hero, New York's finest. And we're going to get these cold-blooded killers and repeat offenders off our streets, so we're going to do it fast. Got to stop it. They get out with 28 arrests. They push people into subway trains. They hit people over the head, back of the head with baseball bats. We got to get them out of here. I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer.
Oh!
And tonight I'm asking Congress to
Say
pass
what?
that policy into permanent law.
Holy. We're going to rename New York Dylan York. Wow. Dang. Okay.
I'm also asking for a new crime bill getting tough on repeat offenders while enhancing protections for America's
There's
police
Crockett.
officers so they can do their jobs without fear of their lives being totally destroyed. They don't want to be killed. We're not going to let them be killed. Joining us in the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years
DJ
old, and he
Daniel.
has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
Suck. What up, DJ? Look at the heart. That's the boy. Look at that guy. Dude, respectful kid right there. Look at that guy. Ah, there he is. Look at that. Dad's Texas proud. Look at that. That's what you say. What nationality are you? You say Texan. Yeah. Texans literally believe they're a nationality. They're a race of people. Texans.
But in 2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago.
Yeah. Give it to him. Do it, DJ. We're going to rename America DJ States of America. Look at that kid. Yeah, my man. Oh, yeah, dude. Key to the city right there.
Since
Look at
that
him.
time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer, actually a number of times. The police love him. The police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all.
Come on.
I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret
Look at
Service.
this. Come on. Call Trump a racist. Do it. Look at that kid. I want to make a keychain out of that kid. I want to carry him around. Holy. Anyone in this room, forget Elon, forget everybody. Look at him. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh, there you go. Yeah. The first swearing in, he gets a hug. That is so rad. Hey, DJ. Oh. I'm not crying, you're crying.
Thank you, DJ.
Holy cow.
DJ's doctors believe his cancer likely came from a chemical he was exposed to when he was younger. Since 1975, rates of child cancer have increased by more than 40%. Reversing this trend is one of the top priorities for our new presidential commission to make America healthy again, chaired by our new Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Get it, kid. How can you not love that guy? You know dude, him and DJ, the two coolest people in the room, for show. Hell yeah.
With the name Kennedy, you would have thought everybody over here would have been cheering. How quickly they forget. Our goal is to get toxins out of our environment, poisons out of our food supply, and keep our children healthy and strong. As an example, not long ago, and you can't even believe these numbers, 1 in 10,000 children had autism, 1 in 10,000. And now it's 1 in 36. There's something wrong. 1 in 36. Think of that. So we're going to find out what it is, and there's nobody better than Bobby and all of the people that are working with you. You have the best to figure out what is going on. Okay, Bobby, good luck. It's a very important job. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to
My
be in a Bobby
administration
named
is
basis.
also working to protect our children from toxic ideologies in our schools. A few years ago, January, Little John and her husband discovered that their daughter's school had secretly socially transitioned their 13-year-old little girl.
Oh.
Teachers and administrators conspired to deceive January and her husband while encouraging her daughter to use a new name and pronouns. They, them pronoun, actually, all without telling January, who is here tonight and is now a courageous advocate against this form of child abuse. January, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Stories like this are why, shortly after taking office, I signed an executive order banning public schools from indoctrinating our children with transgender ideology. I also signed an order to cut off all taxpayer funding to any institution that engages in the sexual mutilation of our youth. And now I want Congress to pass a bill permanently banning and criminalizing sex changes on children and forever ending the lie that any child is trapped in the wrong body. This is a big lie.
Big lie.
And our message to every child in America is that you are perfect exactly the way God made you.
That's water going in there, guys, not vodka.
Because we're getting wokeness out of our schools and out of our military, and it's already out, and it's out of our society. We don't want it. Wokeness is trouble. Wokeness is bad. It's gone. It's gone. And we feel so much better for it, don't we? Don't we feel better? Our service members won't be activists and ideologues. They will be fighters and warriors. They will fight for our country. And Pete, congratulations. Secretary of Defense, congratulations. And he's not big into the woke movement, I can tell you. I know him well. I am pleased to report that in January, the U.S. Army had its single best recruiting month in 15 years, and that all armed services are having among the best recruiting results ever in the history of our services. What a difference. And you know, it was just a few months ago where the results were exactly the opposite. We couldn't recruit anywhere. We couldn't recruit. Now we're having the best results just about that we've ever had.
Maybe
What a
ever.
Tremendous turnaround. It's really a beautiful thing to see. People love our country again. It's very simple. They love our country and they love being in our military again. So it's a great thing. And thank you very much. Great job. Thank you.
Oh, hell. Sit down. Let's go.
We're joined tonight by a young man, Jason Hartley, who knows the weight of that call of duty. Jason's father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all wore the uniform. Jason tragically lost his dad, who was also a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy when he was just a boy, and now he wants to carry on the family legacy of service. Jason is a senior in high school, a 6-letter varsity athlete, a really good athlete, they say, a brilliant student with a 4.46, that's good, GPA. And his greatest dream is to attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point.
I think he's in. I'm going to say he's in. Yeah, I think West Point, yeah. I'm damn positive he's going to make it in. I got a hunch. He'll be accepted. I think the congressional letter of recommendation is a problem. He's getting a presidential letter of recommendation.
And Jason, that's a very big deal getting in. That's a hard one to get into. But I'm pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted. You will soon be joining the Corps of Cadets.
He did a good job on the surprise reaction, though. That's solid. Good job, kid. Make us proud, buddy. Make us proud, champ. Yeah, DJ. Oh, dude, this is crazy. Now, Dems aren't going to stand up for that. You got a paddle that says,
Jason, you're going to be on the long gray line, Jason. As Commander-in-Chief, my focus is on building the most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund a state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland.
Hell yeah.
All made in the USA.
Yep. The Iron Dome is it, man. So excited. We need one.
And Ronald Reagan wanted to do it long ago, but the technology just wasn't there, not even close. But now we have the technology. It's incredible, actually. And other places they have it.
Powered by Starlink.
Other places have it. And the United States should have it too, right, Tim, right? They should have it too. So I want to thank you. But it's a very, very important. This is a very dangerous world. We should have it. We want to be protected, and we're going to protect our citizens like never before.
Heck yeah.
To boost our defense industrial base, we are also going to resurrect the American shipbuilding industry, including commercial shipbuilding and military shipbuilding.
That's a good call.
And for that purpose,
Didn't seem like we weren't.
Tonight that we will create a new Office of Shipbuilding in the White House and offer special tax incentives to bring this industry home to America where it belongs. We used to make so many ships. We don't make them anymore very much, but we're going to make them very fast, very soon. It will have a huge impact. To further enhance our national security, my administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal, and we've already started doing it.
Why, Dems? Why? Why?
Just today, a large American company announced they are buying both ports around the Panama Canal and lots of other things having to do with the Panama Canal and a couple of other canals. The Panama Canal was built by Americans for Americans, not for others.
SRP
But
Canal.
others could use it. But it was built at tremendous cost of American blood and treasure. 38,000 workers died building the Panama Canal. They died of malaria. They died of snake bites and mosquitoes. Not a nice place to work. They paid them very highly to go there, knowing there was a 25% chance that they would die. The most expensive project also that was ever built in our country's history, if you bring it up to modern day costs. It was given away by the Carter administration for $1, but that agreement has been violated very severely. We didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
I like the American Canal, Michael. Good job. Yes. And you're right, Brendan. They should have been Panama.
And we have Marco Rubio in charge. Good
Polo.
luck, Marco. Now, we know who to blame if anything goes wrong. Marco's been amazing, and he's going to do a great job. Think of it. He got 100 votes. You know, he was approved with actually 99, but the 100th was this gentleman, and I feel very certain. So let's assume he got 100 votes. And I'm either very, very happy about that, or I'm very concerned about it.
Yeah, see?
But
me too.
He's already proven. I mean, he's a great gentleman. He's respected by everybody, and we appreciate you voting for Marco. He's going to do a fantastic job. Thank you.
Can you at least clap for that? For the love of God, you voted for him.
He's doing a great job. Great job.
I said little Marco.
And I also have a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland. We strongly support your right to determine your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for national security and even international security. And we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security.
And strategic sheep purposes.
And I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it.
Yeah. American
we will
land.
Keep you safe. We will make you rich, and together we will take Greenland to heights like you have never thought possible before. It's a very small population, but very, very large piece of land, and very, very important for military security. America is once again standing strong against the forces of radical Islamic terrorism. 3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed 13 American service members and countless others in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan. Not that they were withdrawing, it was the way they withdrew. Perhaps the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. Tonight, I am pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity. And he is right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice.
Hey, some Dems are clapping. Okay. Oh, they're just moving their paddles. Okay, they got some clapping. Okay. Oh, what? I mean, I gotta lie. This is long. I'd be on my phone too. I really would be.
And I want to thank especially the government of Pakistan for helping arrest this monster. This was a very momentous day for those 13 families who I actually got to know very well, most of them.
And didn't check his watch once.
Children were murdered, and the many people that were so badly, over 42 people, so badly injured on that fateful day in Afghanistan. What a horrible day. Such incompetence was shown that when Putin saw what happened, I guess he said, wow, maybe this is my chance. That's how bad it was.
Oh.
Should have never happened. Grossly incompetent people. I spoke to many of the parents and loved ones, and they're all in our hearts tonight. Just spoke to them on the phone. We had a big call.
Big call. Great.
Every one of them called, and everybody was on the line, and
okay.
They did nothing but cry with happiness. They were very happy, as happy as you can be under those circumstances. Their child brother, sister, son, daughter was killed for no reason whatsoever. In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza. In my first term, we achieved one of the most groundbreaking peace agreements in generations, the Abraham Accords.
I don't think that guy knew it was his turn.
And now we're going to build on that foundation to create a more peaceful and prosperous future for the entire region. A lot of things are happening in the Middle East. People have been talking about that so much lately with everything going on with Ukraine and Russia. But a lot of things are happening in the Middle East. It's a rough neighborhood, actually. I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense with no security, with no anything.
Hey, they clap. Look at that. They can clap. They have the clap. Oh, that's it. The clap's still a thing.
Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You would say Pocahontas says yes.
No! Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, okay. There you go. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Good job.
2,000 people are being killed every single week. More than that.
This is crazy.
They're Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans, but I want it to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion, like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us, and they don't. But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us.
Oh,
that didn't happen.
One apoplectic.
Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Dems aren't loving that. Look at that. Nope. Dems can't love that. Oh, hey, he had, oh, look, he's got Ukraine colors on. Look at that. That dude, you don't want peace. Are you done making your money, champ? All right, dude, wrap it up, POTUS. Let's go.
It's time to stop this madness. It's time to halt the killing. It's time to end the senseless war. If you want to end wars, you have to talk to both sides. Nearly 4 years ago, amid rising tensions, a history teacher named Mark Fogel was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14 years in a penal colony. Rough stuff. The previous administration barely lifted a finger to help him. They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin. But last summer, I promised his 95-year-old mother, Malphine, that we would bring her boy safely back home. After 22 days in office, I did just that, and they are here tonight.
We didn't even have to give up a WNBA player or anything. Or like the harbinger of death or whoever the hell they gave up for Brittany Griner. Okay, I'm scanning that area right now. I think everyone has been acknowledged. We might be to the end of this, for the love of grief.
To Mark and his great mom, we are delighted to have you safe and sound and with us. As fate would have it, Mark Fogel was born in a small rural town in Butler, Pennsylvania. Have you heard of it? Where his mother has lived for the past 78 years. I just happened to go there last July 13th for a rally. That was not pleasant.
A nice segue.
And that is where I met his beautiful mom right before I walked onto that stage. And I told her I would not forget what she said about her son. And I never did I? Never forgot. Less than 10 minutes later, at that same rally, gunfire rang out, and a sick and deranged assassin unloaded 8 bullets from his sniper's perch into a crowd of many thousands of people. My life was saved by a fraction of an inch, but some were not so lucky. Corey Comparator was a firefighter, a veteran, a Christian, a husband, a devoted father, and above all, a protector. When the sound of gunshots pierced the air, it was a horrible sound. Corey knew instantly what it was and what to do. He threw himself on top of his wife and daughters and shielded them from the bullets with his own body. Corey was hit really hard. You know the story from there. He sacrificed his life to save theirs. 2 others, very fine people, were also seriously hit. But thankfully, with the help of 2 great country doctors, we thought they were gone and they were saved. So those doctors had great talent. We're joined by Corey's wife, Helen, who was his high school sweetheart, and their 2 beloved daughters, Allison and Kaylee. Thank you.
That's a serious group. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing, but I mean, stand on business. Yeah, this is what happens when Trump sticks to the teleprompter. Like, you just pick one, dude. Pick a lane, bro.
To Helen, Allison, and Kaylee, Corey is looking down on his 3 beautiful ladies right now, and he is cheering you on. He loves you. He is cheering you on. Corey was taken from us much too soon, but his destiny was to leave us all with a shining example of the selfless devotion of a true American patriot. It was love like Corey's that built our country, and it's love like Corey's that is going to make our country more majestic than ever before. I believe that my life was saved that day in Butler for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe that.
Let's 2 mic drop moments, dude. Let's go. Oh, they're all right.
Thank you very much. From the patriots of Lexington and Concord to the heroes of Gettysburg and Normandy, from the warriors who crossed the Delaware to the trailblazers who climbed the Rockies, and from the legends who sword at Kitty Hawk, to the astronauts who touched the moon. Americans have always been the people who defied all odds, transcended all dangers, made the most extraordinary sacrifices, and did whatever it took to defend our children, our country, and our freedom. And as we have seen in this chamber tonight, that same strength, faith, love, and spirit is still alive and thriving in the hearts of the American people.
At least one side.
Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free, and we will fight for it till death.
Stay on
we
target.
will never let anything happen to our beloved
Stay
country.
on target, sir.
Because we are a country of doers, dreamers, fighters, and survivors. Our ancestors crossed a vast ocean, strode into the unknown wilderness, and carved their fortunes from the rock and soil of a perilous and very dangerous frontier. They chased our destiny across a boundless continent. They built the railroads, laid the highways, and graced the world with American marvels like the Empire State Building, the mighty Hoover Dam, and the towering Golden Gate Bridge. They lit the world with electricity, broke free of the force of gravity, fired up the engines of American industry, vanquished the communists, fascists, and Marxists all over the world, and gave us countless modern wonders sculptured out of iron, glass, and steel.
He teed that up for
We
the
stand
Dems.
on the shoulders of these pioneers who won and built the modern age. These workers who poured their sweat into the skylines of our cities. These warriors who shed their blood on fields of battle and gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. Now it is our time to take up the righteous cause of American liberty. And it is our turn to take America's destiny into our own hands and begin the most thrilling days in the history of our country.
He's about to stick this
This will
dismount.
be our greatest era. With God's help, over the next 4 years, we are going to lead this nation even higher, and we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth. We are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital communities anywhere in the world.
Let's go.
We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we're going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond.
Elon jumps from the balcony to hug him.
And through it all, we are going to rediscover the unstoppable power of the American spirit. And we are going to renew unlimited promise of the American dream.
All right.
Every single day, we will stand up and we will fight, fight, fight for the country our citizens believe in and for the country our people deserve.
And by the way, Brendan, he's not going to get carried out. He stands on the Eagles and they fly him out. Ah! I'm down with this, though, for sure. He sure can. Yeah.
My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future, because the golden age of America has only just begun.
Come on, buddy.
It will be like nothing that has ever been seen before. Thank you. God bless you. And God
Yes.
bless America.
Stop the dismount, brother.
And there you have it. President
Look at him
Trump
run out.
addressing
Look
the
at them all
joint
run out.
session
Look at
of
all the Dems
Congress,
run out.
his
I can't
return
hear
to
it.
Washington and his
Look at them all
first
just
speech of its
sprinting
kind,
out. Get out of
his,
there. King
second term
Jefferson.
that he's
Get out of
serving,
here.
second
Be safe.
consecutive
Be
term,
safe.
but certainly
Roll.
back in Washington.
Be
You see
safe.
Democrats leaving the chamber
safe,
there,
sir.
including
Yeah,
former
okay.
House Speaker.
Oh, there we go, kids. Holy Yeah, I like the t-shirt cannon. That's the way to go. That's absolutely the way to go. Like the Golden Dome. Oh, Golden Dome t-shirts. Dibs. Yes. Yeah, guys, we better start making Golden Dome t-shirts. Yes. Well, and we need to rename everything just for the hell of it. Anybody that wins anything, like the next Olympics, every American that wins a gold medal, we're gonna rename the London Bridge, Mike Russell Bridge. Yeah. All right, you guys, it's late. Holy mackerel. I've got to get up and do a hike and do 2 shows. So I will see you all tomorrow. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for letting me play along with you guys and make this enjoyable. I mean, thank you for making it enjoyable for me. And we'll do this again tomorrow. We do this in those just joining us. We do this every single day at noon, Arizona time on In Other News. So join us, will you? We play along and we we definitely play. All right, y'all. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.